Hi everybody, this is Ingrid Dinter and welcome to the Ultimate Clutter Cleanse. I'm so excited that you have decided to put an end to the clutter in your life once and for all. Let's talk for a minute about what clutter really is. Because clutter is so much more than just things in your home that you don't want anymore or that don't have a place. Clutter is actually the manifestation of things that we don't want in our life. For example, memories that keep us stuck. So if you are holding on to, let's say, a wedding gown from a marriage that doesn't exist anymore, how are you supposed to move on from that? Or a dream or desire that didn't come through. If you have clothes in your closet that don't fit you, and you probably know that it's going to take a lot to get back into them, then these clothes actually make you feel uncomfortable instead of comfortable. And they keep you stuck instead of helping you to move forward. They can be a reminder that you struggle with managing time. A good example are books. If you have 500 books in your home, but realistically each and every one of them takes 10 to 30 hours to read, then how are you ever going to read all these books? And it really shows that it's very difficult for you to just say, look, I don't want to know this. I don't want to invest that time. And you deserve to move on from that. You deserve to make decisions that actually work for you. Oftentimes, clutter in our house just shows how much others impact how we feel and what we do. Look, for example, if your house is full of other people's stuff, if they see you as storage, if they say, let's just bring this over to mom or dad, and let's just have them take care of it. If they unload in your home, or if they take over spaces that are important to you with stuff that doesn't belong there, that's a relationship issue, not just a clutter issue. And of course, we feel overwhelmed. Look, we all have been through this, and clutter is a very big problem in this country, and it's an increasing problem in many, many other countries as well. So clutter really represents unresolved issues. And that's why we are so overwhelmed and we feel guilty or ashamed when we look at our stuff. It really feels so personal. And it's kind of embarrassing how unresolved issues can keep us stuck sometimes. Another aspect of clutter is loneliness. Sometimes we don't even want to have people over. And we have this urge to apologize, even if the clutter isn't really that bad. I don't know if you've ever done that when somebody comes to your house and the first thing you say is, oh, please excuse the mess, right? That's not just stuff. This is so much more. And we deserve to be free of that and just have a good life instead. So often we judge ourselves and we are afraid that others judge us as harshly as we do. Think about it. Would we ever talk to another person in as harsh words as we talk to ourselves? And if not, why not? And our clutter oftentimes represents how we feel about ourselves. Just take a moment and think about that. And then there's another issue. So much of our stuff has actually value, and we would rather sell it than throw it out. We could post it online, or we could do a yard sale, or we could even donate it to Goodwill for a very nice tax receipt. Your stuff actually has value, even if it's just a tax write-off. But we never do. After a good start, we lose the momentum and then we just stop. And that's frustrating. And at some point, we just stop believing that we have what it takes to move stuff forward. So every time we start, we already know we're not going to follow through. I've talked to so many people who told me that they would easily find $1,000 worth and more of unwanted items in their house. Let's change that together. I would love to help you with this. I have moved my home from a huge pile of clutter, paper clutter, other people's stuff, information, workshops, clothes, you name it, to a place where I love to be, where I'm comfortable being, where I can focus on my work and focus on what is important to me in my life right now. And I would like to help you do the same thing. EFT is an amazing tool, a great tool to deal with the overwhelm and the loneliness and the not feeling safe and the shame and guilt and also the memories that are stuck in our stuff. It's a wonderful, wonderful healing tool that works very quickly. And I've been practicing EFT for over 15 years with absolutely phenomenal results. I know it's the best tool to use, and I'm happy to show you how to use it too. But in addition to EFT, we also need systems. It's not all emotional. We also need to learn how to organize and how to put things together so they actually work for us. Our home needs to function. A kitchen that is too cluttered to cook in isn't really a kitchen. Yes, it may be a place where your family gathers, but at the end of the day, if you can't cook in it, it's a gathering place, not a kitchen. We need to decide what a room is for and to make sure that that function is actually optimized before we can add other things in. The same thing for a closet. A closet where we can't find clean clothes that actually fit us isn't really a closet. These are rooms that need to function. They need systems, they need to be organized, they need to serve you. You need to be comfortable in there, that you're not wasting time doing things that you should not be doing. So here are 4 areas that we actually need to pay attention to. These are areas in your home, and they're very specifically different. I made an example for what this looks like in my home, and your home may be a little bit different. You may have a smaller house or a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom apartment, but at the end of the day, you will see that you have these areas, or I call them these quadrants, in your home as well. The first one is work and chores. We already talked about the kitchen. Your office, your shop, if you have tools, they just have to work. They need to be structured and organized, otherwise you can't work in there. A garden shed, these are rooms that need to be systemized, not just clutter-free. The second one is family and public life. I put the 2 of them together because they have to do with your relationships. Your hallways, for example. The first impression that a person gets from you when they come to your house is your hallway. If there's stuff all over the place, that reflects on you, or you think it reflects on you. So we greet people at the door saying, please excuse the mess. Imagine you never had to say this again in your life. Your kids' rooms. How you relate to your kids. How your kids relate to you. Is this a barrier between you and them so they say, don't ever come into my room? Do you insist that they keep it clean even though they really don't want to? These are relationship issues and they're reflected there, right? Your front porch, your living room, your dining room. If one person takes over all of your living room, your entire family will shift to manage this or to deal with this. We see this so often when we have small kids. When my daughter was little, her stuff was all over the living room. But she was also the dominating power in our lives, and we wanted it that way, right? Of course, she can play wherever she wanted to play. We had fun with that. We enjoyed it. But it was a decision that needed to be made. And very often we don't make that decision. We just let somebody take over. And then the relationships suffer, and it's reflected in those rooms. Look at the next area, privacy and relaxation. This is your master bedroom, your master bathroom, maybe your reading nook. These are rooms that you don't share. These are rooms where you deserve to go in and say, I can be myself now. I can read a book, or I can watch TV if that's what you choose to do in the evening. The master bath is where I have my toiletries, where I get myself ready. It's also a place that you would like to keep clean, that you would like to keep organized for yourself. A reading nook is very private. You don't share these rooms. And when you look into these rooms and you find other people's stuff in there, or you find memories in there that really have no business being there because they don't make you feel good, your life starts to suffer. Many people emailed me that they actually have their office, their desk, in their master bedroom. And I highly recommend to take a really good look at that. At least have a barrier if that's the only room that you can use. But don't lie in bed and look at work. You need that space and that time to relax and just let life be easy. The last area of those 4 quadrants is your storage and utility area. This is the only place where I allow people to have plastic containers for storage. Take a really good look, for example, at your garage. Is your garage a storage unit, or is it a place where your car fits? Very often you can't put the 2 of them together. You have to decide. I know people have to park their car outside of the garage because the whole garage is full of stuff. You can do that, but we don't call it a garage. We call it a storage unit. And making decisions about these places and really getting them beautifully organized so that you know where stuff is, that it's labeled, that you've moved stuff out that you are never going to use in your life. This is very, very overwhelming for people. Releasing the stuff from our storage units can be very difficult and can be very overwhelming. I always recommend to not start there, because if that's where you start, you're probably just going to stop and throw your hands up in the air and say, oh my God, what was I thinking? Right? There are easy ways to get started with clutter clearing so that you can actually free up your life. You can step into the person you want to be, and then you address the storage units when you're ready and when you know what fits your lifestyle today and who you are today. Again, I call these 4 different areas quadrants. And they do require very different skill sets and a very specific different mindset. I hope that you can see this. They are very different with the emotions that you have to clear as much as the skill sets that you need to implement. Some of them require consistency, everyday work, especially your kitchen and those areas that you use to actually do things. Because you do things, they get messed up and you need to clean them up again. Storage units, on the other hand, very often once you clean them up, they are functioning and they can be as they are. So you need to get used to having these skill sets and using them in a fun, enjoyable, easy, comfortable, self-respecting, laughing kind of a way. If this isn't fun, to clear up your space and look around and say, wow, I live in a beautiful spot here. I am so lucky. Then, we really have to do some work together and get you there. I don't want you to live in a house where you feel uncomfortable and guilty. I want you to live in a home that radiates you and your family and who you want to be and how you relax and what you do. This is so profoundly important. I know it has completely changed my life. So the biggest mistake is that we try to tackle everything at once. We need to focus on one area, one of the quadrants. And then we need to master the skill sets. We need to use it until we see the results. Once we see that we have developed those skill sets and that our systems actually work for us, we can be confident to tackle the next area. My credo is baby steps taken consistently lead to results. They always do. If you just do the right thing over and over and over, you will get the results that you want. Let go of the idea how fast this needs to go and just keep going and you will get there. You can do this. You can absolutely do this if you allow yourself to focus, to learn the right systems and strategies, to deal with the emotional overwhelm and whatever else comes, and take baby steps consistently all the time with a smile on your face. This is especially easy when you have emotional and caring support. Clearing clutter can be so hard when we're doing it on our own. The memories, the guilt, the fears, the overwhelm, all of this can really be in the way. But when we have emotional and caring support, it can get easier. Would you agree? Would you like to learn how you too can overcome the overwhelm? How you can tap on resistance and fears and other negative emotions? Would you like to learn how you too can create beautiful systems that really work for you? And how you can gain momentum and actually keep going? So that you don't start and stop, but you start and just keep rolling until you are where you want to be. And this is important. Would you like to learn how you can consistently and easily monetize those unwanted or unneeded items of value? I would be shocked if you could not easily find $1,000 worth or more of valuable clutter in your home. When you really look around and think how much your items would sell for, you would be shocked how much money you could make. I have been able to sell $600 rugs on Craigslist, to sell sofas, leather sofas, furniture, appliances, People really wanted these things and they paid top dollar. And we were both happy. They got a bargain and I got hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. And you will too. So here's an invitation. Here's an invitation that is personally to you, and I would love for you to join us. For the next 5 weeks, we will meet weekly for a live webinar. You will get on a webinar with me and with a group of very dedicated people who, just like you, want to get started, want to move the clutter out of their home. They want to heal emotionally. They want to overcome the overwhelm. They want to sell the things that they don't need anymore. And this money will actually pay for whatever you need in your home and whatever, you need to invest into. So together, we will focus and we will tap on the emotions that keep you stuck. You will focus on one of the 4 quadrants. Baby steps consistently taking lead to results, remember? And we will learn the skills, we will learn the systems, we will make the decisions what you want to do. And then you have the entire week to implement that. Get the support that you need to actually keep going. You will put the best systems in place for yourself to monetize the items that you want to let go. I will show you how you can do that. We will put systems in place that make you feel good. We will work together to help you organize. You will celebrate your success and you will have great fun doing it. I promise you we will have a lot of laughs. Because the last thing we want you to do is feel guilty. We want you to feel victorious and comfortable and proud of yourself. And sometimes it's really quite hilarious to see what we're actually storing and why. Right? So this is a judgment-free place. We will tap on the emotions that keep us stuck. We will focus on one area and skill set at a time. We will put systems in place to make money with the things you want to let go. And we will celebrate and have fun in the process. You will get access to a great community of like-minded, non-judgmental people who will all share the same goals. You will have 24/7 support through a private Facebook group with all your fellow clutter clearers. You will have access to me in that group as well. I will be in that group every day. You can ask questions, you can ask for support. This is the place where when you get emotional, you can also kind of blast it off and say, I just need somebody to listen to me right now. This is hard for me and I don't know how to tackle this, and thank you for listening. The Facebook group is the place for that. If you want to, you can have accountability. You can even have an accountability partner. Anybody who wants an accountability partner is welcome to have an accountability partner so that you can actually work together and say, yes, I did this and this is my next goal. You will get all the help that you need in implementing systems and keeping going. You will get actual checklists, weekly checklists that are specific to the area that you're tackling. So that you can make sure that you're actually on target, that you're not doing things you're not supposed to be doing, but that you actually get done what you said you would like to get done. So you will get a weekly checklist that you can use. And on top of that, everybody who joins that program on the silver level will get a private 15-minute EFT call with me. So when you're really stuck, when something is really hard for you, I want you to schedule that call. And you and I privately will get on the phone together and we will use 15 minutes of intense EFT to help you move through and help you move forward. How does this sound so far? Do you think that with all that support, you would be able to get started clearing your home and freeing up your life? There is an additional thing. If you feel that you want to work with me privately one-on-one, if you feel that this is such a big deal for you, that you really need personal, intense support, emotional support, then I have a massively discounted gold program for you as well. So the people who are right for that program, they will get on the phone with me every week in addition to the webinar, privately on a Skype call or on the phone. And we will work through those traumatic moments that are keeping you stuck, through those memories that are the reason why you're holding on to clutter. You will have so much support in addition to everything else that you're getting, that you can trust that you can move forward. This is an incredibly powerful opportunity. And I have given people in our program a massive discount on my private sessions. So here's what this will look like. You will receive 5 weekly webinars, a secret Facebook group with all your fellow clutter clearers. You will have tapping buddies. If people want to get together and work together, you can absolutely have that. You will get all the help you need in monetizing items of value. We will actually put some systems in place that you guys can ask for help, how much you should be charging, and where the best place to sell this would be. There can be accountability for you. We want to make sure that you actually sell stuff. You can celebrate. You can tell us how much money you made. This is a really, really fun part of this program. There will be a time for all of you to celebrate. You will get systems and I will help you focus. I don't want you to be all over the place. Systems and focus. You will get more motivation, inspiration, and support than you ever had in your life. You will get weekly checklists to make sure that you are on target and that you do what you're supposed to do, but also only what you're supposed to do, so you don't stretch yourself thin and then lose the motivation. Everybody will get one private 15-minute EFT session with me. And the value of this program way exceeds $597. I want you guys to just make a decision and say, yes, I'm in. Yes, I want to do this. So for $397 for the entire 5-week program, you can make money with your stuff and get all the support and help that you need, emotionally systematic, to actually clear up that clutter in your house. Those people who feel that they want to work with me privately, I will give you a discount of $587. And your tuition for the 5 weeks, including 5 weeks of private sessions with me, is $995. Weekly webinars with recordings, of course, a Facebook group, tapping buddies, help monetizing your items of value. These programs will pay for themselves when you do what you're supposed to do. You have an accountability partner. You have a place to celebrate. You have a place to blast off frustration and get support if you want to. You get the systems in place. You get focused. You will get more motivation and inspiration and support than you ever had in your life. You will get a weekly checklist with all the things you need to focus on. You will get email support from me. You will have a private 15-minute EFT session with me. And if you want to, you can even have 5 weekly private sessions to help you get started and move through this. If you were ever serious on getting rid of the clutter in your house, this is your opportunity to do this. This is a short program. This is a program that allows you to do baby steps. And I want you to join this program. Join us. Let's get started together. So here's what I need you to do next. I need you to send an email to ingrid@ingriddinter.com. Your subject line is I'm in. And then you let me know which program, silver or gold, you'd like to sign up for. Let me know if you'd prefer Mondays at noon or Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern for our weekly call. I will send you a PayPal invoice and some paperwork. And then I would like for you to share anything that you want me to know about you as we do our work together. I'm so excited to welcome you in our program. This will change your life. It will change your home, your relationships, your feelings of overwhelm and emotional clutter, and it will change so much more. Remember, clutter is just the manifestation of everything that we don't want in our lives. I am absolutely thrilled that you've made the decision to let it go once and for all. My name is Ingrid Dinter, and I cannot wait to welcome you in our program.